Hi, Chef Raphael here. On this video, I'm going to do a little bit different. As you can see, I have a guest. On this video, we are making ugali, a traditional Kenyan dish, ugali and greens, but I also have some fish. Now, the fish here is the one that has some coconut tomato sauce. Really simple to make, simple ingredients, stuff that you have at home right now. And learn more about my guest within the video and watch till the end and you see how all this came about. Let's get cooking. So welcome to this show. Now I'm so excited today. I have a guest with me. I'm actually going to show them how to cook. I'll let them introduce themselves, how I came about them. They have a great YouTube channel about travel and they're here in Kenya and I reached out to them, and more about it we'll talk within the video, but let him speak on his behalf.
We're the Freedom Chasers. My wife's not here right now. She's tending to the baby, but it's two of us. But our channel is Freedom Chasers. This is how it's spelled, and I'm excited to be here. Excited to learn.
Yeah. So today's meal, again, like I was telling you earlier, it's all about how we do it here in Kenya. I decided to go for this particular meal because it's really authentic.
Yeah.
We love it. Ugali and greens and some fish. You said you like fish?
Yeah, love it. Love it.
So I hope this class session will be of help.
I'm ready to learn. I'm happy. I'm hungry. So
let's start. So the first thing we want to do is to prep. So what I've already done here is to clean the greens. Now what I have here is managu. We call it managu, and kanzira. Kanzira it's like spinach. But it's just traditional greens. So the process here is, after cleaning them, we're going to cut them. So the first thing when you want to prepare your greens is, because these leaves are actually big, depending on the type of greens that you're cooking, whether if it's the traditional greens that have smaller leaves, you do not have to cut them.
Got you.
So here we just need to, we usually like cutting them, basically shredding it.
Okay.
So you can decide to make it big, like big chunks like that, and you see what I'm doing, I'm actually holding them all together tight and then cutting them small. Now when you're doing this, you need to have a sharp knife. That's the really important thing. And then that's all we need to do. So I'm going to cut them, put them in this bowl, and then they will be ready for the first step of cooking. It's a really simple way of cooking them, but also when I'm cooking them, I want to do it in a nutritious way. I want the reason why we love our greens is because a lot of people like eating healthy. We've all been told you need to eat
your greens and eat them healthy.
So what I want to do is to show you the easiest but most nutritious way to prepare them. So one thing about onion, it's never too much onion.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
In terms of ingredients, if you ask me, the most important one is probably the onion, because even garlic or ginger, in as much as they add flavor, you can do without the ginger and garlic, but you cannot.
You have to have even with the stuff that we cook. We put onion in pretty much everything as a staple.
Yes.
It's like you have to have it.
So like here in Kenya, a lot of people believe you have to have onion, tomato, and if it's the herb, the cilantro, or we call it dania.
Dania.
Yes. But what I usually tell people is that the most important ingredient is the onion.
Got you.
Yeah, because right now, all I'm going to use right now is actually the onion. So I'm peeling this. And then the next thing we're going to do is to pre-cook the greens. So the first thing you want to do is to turn on the fire.
Got you.
And you want a deep pot like this.
Okay.
Something that will actually be able to accommodate
all the greens.
Yes. You don't want a shallow one. So what will happen is when they cook, they will shrink. But this is like pre-cooking them. No water, just the greens.
Got you.
So right now what I'm going to do is to cover it.
Okay.
And leave it to cook on medium heat.
Okay.
Until it starts producing its own water, basically starts steaming by itself.
Gotcha.
This should not take longer than 3 minutes. This is like 70-80% cooking, and then finish it off
with the onion.
With the onion. Next is actually cooking the onion. So this has taken about 3 minutes.
Yes.
It has reduced, and that's all we want. It needs to be bright green. When we do this, we reduce the amount of liquid. If you fry it directly, the food will actually be too wet because of this.
The water coming from it. Oh yeah, it produced a lot of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why you're pre-cooking it here slightly. Then now we want to fry it, and I'm going to cook it all. Looks like it's a lot, but there's nothing like too much onion. Now when it comes to the oil, the amount of oil, it should just be enough to cook the onion. What that means is when you're frying, when you're adding the oil, it should not overload in terms of being too much than the onion.
Right.
So long as the onion is able to fry in that oil, that's all we need.
Perfect.
This is actually flavored oil. This is ginger. It has some ginger oil, so you can.
Oh wow, the ginger is strong.
Yeah. So instead of adding ginger, I'm just using the ginger oil.
Oh wow. Yeah. So is it a strong ginger taste with the oil?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So all I want here is for the onion to cook until it's soft, and basically. So this amount of onion probably will take about 2 minutes. So I'm going to take my greens, add them here.
Got you. So you're leaving all the water in this other pot right here?
Yes.
Got you.
See, I'm not pressing them, so I'm still taking with some of the water because I don't want them to dry out.
Dry out, got you.
Some of the water I might use it, especially in case I need a little bit more wet. So I'll save it for now. And then all I need to do here is to incorporate the...
Just mix it together just enough, and then...
But since I'm going to mix, let me just add the seasoning right now.
Okay.
Press.
Break it up.
Then,
Gotcha.
So this has everything, salt and the spices. So it's as simple as that. Again, don't overcook it.
Yeah.
Remember, when it's still on the pot, it's still cooking.
Got you.
Right now we're going to do the fish. Okay, so we have the fish here. All I need to do here is to score it.
That's when we got to get the seasoning in there.
Yeah. And then salt, a generous amount of salt.
Got you, got you.
Black pepper.
Got you. Just tell me how much you like.
Now I'm leaving. This is now your fish. So how much black pepper do you want?
I like pepper.
Okay, yes. So on both of them, dip it in flour. When you dip it in flour, it gives it a nice crispy crust when it's deep fried.
Got you.
But when you're doing this, you have to do it at the last moment, just before frying. Don't let the flour...
You can dry it out or something?
Yeah, you don't want the flour to get wet.
Okay, got you.
And then you tap off the excess. And again, this is optional. If it's gluten-free, you literally don't have to do this.
Okay.
You can also use cornstarch. Then all that is left is to deep fry. So let me check on my oil. Yeah, that's
it?
right. Yeah.
Okay.
The moment it touches and starts, that's a good temperature.
Got you.
And then dip it. Now the thing about putting flour to it, what it does, it makes the oil to become dirty. So that's why I'm saying it's optional.
Okay.
But it also gives a nice crust.
Yeah. Gotcha.
At some point, we want to flip it so that the other side that is touching the pan will be more brown than the top. So you know it's done when it's nice and golden brown like that. You also don't want it to be too dried out. Now sometimes people prefer it when it's a little bit more crispy, but since you're going to cook it with some tomato sauce.
It's perfect.
This is perfect.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And actually you can have it as it is because it's actually cooked.
It
Yeah.
looks really, really good.
Yeah. Okay, so now fish is set aside, it's ready. Let's make the sauce. It's really simple. It's onion, tomato, dhania, cilantro.
Cilantro, gotcha.
That's it. So I'll start by chopping. You can blend the tomatoes.
You prefer chopping?
Either can work. So what I'm doing here, when I chop, what I'm doing is I'm chopping them into smaller cubes like that. For the sauce, chopped onion. So here I went for the diced onion.
Okay.
So the first thing you want to do is to cook the onion until it's slightly brown. Whenever you're cooking and the oil is more than the onion, that's too much. If the onion is, you see, like this is a little bit more than the oil, then it's good. Okay, so let it continue cooking. And then I mentioned a little bit of curry powder. So I'm using this. So I'm eyeballing it. This is not a lot. I know because I've used this, so I know how much is a lot. So cook it down for about a minute.
Okay.
And then add the chopped tomato. So again, if it was blended, it will take a faster time to cook, and the sauce will be smooth.
Yeah.
I don't want a smooth sauce. I want it to be a little bit chunky.
Got you.
So that's the other reason why I prefer this rather than blending.
Got you.
How much? That's good.
About 2 tablespoons.
About 2 tablespoons, yeah. Okay. But you can always
to your taste.
Yeah. So stir like that. Cover it on high heat.
High heat, gotcha.
Yeah, so that the tomato cooks until it starts becoming soft. And then at that point we'll add a little bit more of water, the coconut cream, and then the chopped coriander. Now this is the sauce for the fish.
Whew. Smells delicious. Okay, so now it's time to put the coconut in there.
Yeah. So how much? It's up to you. So if I want it more coconut, so you put more of it. So this is coconut milk.
It's not the water.
Yes, not the coconut water.
Yeah.
And then now finally, cilantro or coriander.
So now you were just about to finish off with the ugali, the staple for everything, right?
Yes. And again, why ugali is here, ugali is there to support.
Yeah.
It's not to offer its flavor. Ugali as a dish is supposed to accompany. So there you have it, guys. The meal is ready. The ugali, the greens, the fish, and the tomato coconut sauce. To see their reaction and to see how the food actually tastes, and to get his honest opinion, watch the Freedom Chasers YouTube channel to see how they rate my food, and if they like it. Like he said, his wife is not here right now, but you actually watch his wife because she's totally neutral. She doesn't know what you are doing, what to expect. I actually want her feedback more than his because he actually was saying what you were doing. And I'm signing out. I'm Chef Raphael, and until next time, goodbye.
Peace.